gratuity. Some of you are also victims of this long-awaited challenge that we have had. But I told the people, and it's important I say it here because you are party men, and don't be blackmailed into allowing people to insinuate that this government is not paying pension and all that. It's important I let you know. And happily the chairman is here, so when I came, the first thing I asked was how much have we been able to save? First of all, Benue State government under my leadership, PDP-led government, we have domesticated pension law in Benue State. And the implication of domesticating pension law is that we are gradually transitioning from handling issues of pensions and gratuity by the state government. We are shifting it to pension law, to pension commission. Every month, the workers in Benue State pay 8% of their income, and Benue State government pays 10%. So that is 18% of what comes to them. And this money is put together preparatory to when they are going to retire, and so that issues of pension and gratuity will not be a problem. Again, so it won't be the problem of the state battling to pay people pension, and you just be collecting whatever you have from the commission. And so far, we've been able to save up to 5 billion naira, more than 5 billion naira. If you want to clap, clap. I'm saying this because most of our party people have accepted the blackmail that this government is not paying. And go back to history, from Apereku to Adasu, to Akume, to Suswan, and now me. The challenge has always been there. When I came in, I inherited 75 billion arrears of pension, salary, and gratuity. We have been able to pay. What we are owing now is less than 35 billion naira. The 28 billion that were given by federal government, we used to pay. Petitions were written, ICE, CPC, EFCC came here and verified. No kobo was taken out from that amount, 28 billion. The only thing is that other states that did not have enough, because even then I applied for 70 billion and only 28 was given. Other states who applied higher than the 28 were not given that because of they agreeing that they work with the federal government, they have been given that money. Me, I have been denied because I have refused to concede our land and allow the terrorist Fulani men to take over this land. Delegations have come here. The other time, those of you who were in the convention, I told you they came that I should come back to APC so that they will help me solve my problems. And I said no on your behalf. So it is your duty when you hear these things to defend what is happening. This is the truth. I did everything. I gave a reminder. I went to the president. The president sent me to finance. Finance sent it to central bank, and that was the end. They refused to process it because I am not with them. If I wanted money, I can make money like my colleagues are making. But that is not the essence of leadership. And for a state that has been good to me, I feel no reason to shortchange them. And I remain who I am. But the day you want me to sell your land and go and collect money and pay this, you will tell me. If you tell me, I'm ready to go and tell them because you elected me. Do you want me to concede the land and allow money to come to Benue? So that is the problem. But the approach we have taken, as I talk to you, PENCON have over 13 trillion naira in their custody. And part of this is what we have here in Benue State under the leadership of Tonahua. which is about 5 billion naira. And we are told when we reach a threshold of about 10 billion, we can apply and get loan from PENCON and then use it to pay or deplete the about 35 billion we have to settle this problem of pension and gratuity and all that. So it is not that we are working. We are not working. We are working. And let me remind you, during that Pericles regime that we so cherish and appreciate today, how many months was he owing workers? How many months was he owing pension and gratuity and all that? This thing has been there. It is not that I brought it, but I also inherited it. I will leave. Somebody else will take over if we are not able to hit the threshold of what I'm saying here. But government is a continuum. And these things we work out. And the records are there for anyone. I'm not taking any money from government to do my personal things. I was a businessman before I came here. And so when people try to use this against me, and they're not just using it against me, they're using it against the party. It is your duty to know this, to explain to them that this is where we are. We are the only government that have taken proactive steps to address this matter finally. By the time pensioners and those that are handed over to PENCON, nobody will have any. As you're retiring from the service, you're not coming to government, you're not going to the ministry, you're collecting your money from PENCON Commission. Nobody will talk about that. Over 13 trillion as I talk to you. In Nigeria, because the investment environment is very hostile, so nobody is even investing this money. Only God knows. I hope that one day they will wake up and not say that somebody stole that money. Because the money in Ikoyi Bank, no, not Ikoyi Bank, the money in the Ikoyi apartment, 13 billion was recovered. High Chief, 13 billion was recovered. Last week we heard that 9.7 was stolen from the 13 billion by the EFCC officer who was in charge. So we hope that tomorrow we will not hear that 13 billion was stolen by somebody. But on record, that is what it is. And that is the best way. I've spoken to my colleagues who encouraged me to domesticate that law, and in their state, they don't have any problem about this pension. And I decided to key in, and that is what we have done. So it is my government that have done it, and now we have over 5 billion in that account. And I think that is a way forward. I felt that I should let you know that we are making progress, because that is the naughty issues that I've been facing, and people talk about it. Some who are bold enough to tell me that, Ortom, this is the only problem you have. Try and do it. But it's not something I can overturn overnight. And I felt I should let you know as party men and women. The honorable member representing for coming, and you're blessed to be witnessing what we have done here, the signing into law of the amended law on revenue generation. Today, revenue is declining all over the country. And the challenges that we're having, security challenges which are very expensive to handle, and then economic and other issues, trying to reposition government. The only alternative to fall back, the fallback position, is trying to re-engineer the internally revenue generation machinery, and that is what we have just done. No law is sacrosanct, but we try as a democratic people, we try to see where we can make amendments that will be friendly to our people, but at the same time not deny government of revenue coming into our purse. This is what we have done. I want to urge all of us party men, non-party men, traditional rulers to be in the forefront of ensuring that we generate revenue enough to take care of our needs and make progress and add value to our development. So that is what we have done. I appreciate the Benue State House of Assembly. They are always very, very prompt when it comes to issues of security and economic development. They have never disappointed me. And I want to use this medium to appreciate you and to thank you very much for making it possible, the speedy passage to ensure that we start the year with a new law that will help us do things better. And let me use this medium to also warn all illegal revenue collectors. We're going to be very hostile, we're going to bounce on them, and we're going to treat them as criminals. And so if you're one of them, if your ward is amongst those people who are perpetrating illegal revenue collection, please call them to order. Others will be ruthless against them, and we're going to treat them like armed robbers and criminals, because there are reports of some of them even acquiring arms to attack legitimate revenue collectors, and this cannot be allowed under my watch. I'm discussing with the security agencies, and we have put in place proper machinery. We have considered contract revenue collection to certain people. You can sublet yourself to them and work with them, but not doing illegal revenue collection. I want to say that a word is enough for a wise man or a wise woman. But that I am going to do. You know, this is my last lap, and so much is required. I have said a number of times that when the rains are about to stop, the thunder, there is lightning and thunder and wind. So that is what I have to do. And I need money to do it. So anybody standing on my way, I'm sure I'm wearing a short knicker, no longer trouser. So if you stand on my way, I will crush you. Don't blame me tomorrow, because it is about my integrity, it's about my stake, it's about my promise to my people in Benue State. So once again, thank you very much, and God bless you.
Thanks for checking out SYMFONI on YouTube. Please be sure to subscribe and like our videos for updates.